Welcome back to the Be Real podcast. I am Stacia Lunders, your host. I am so pumped you guys are here. And also, thank you everyone for your support. This has been so awesome. If this is your first time tuning in, please make sure you go back and check out the teaser episode. Trust me, you'll want to hear it. It's got all the real talk you can expect from this podcast, including some raw language. So just a heads up, if you're not about that, it's good to know what you're getting yourself into. But for everyone else, let's get down to it. Are you ready? In the first episode, we talked about shifting your spotlight onto positivity. So getting rid of that negativity and really start focusing on the positivity in your life. So if you missed that first episode, definitely give it a listen after this, of course. But today, we're going to be talking about goals. If you missed that title, Goals Suck, You Suck, yeah, we're going to get into it. And how goals kind of do suck. Yeah, you heard me right. And now you're probably wondering wait, what? Aren't we supposed to have goals? And why do you keep saying I suck? Well, stick with me, okay? This episode is all about how we set goals that are just way too big. They're too unrealistic or just plain unachievable. We end up failing, and then what do? We beat ourselves up. We make these promises to ourselves, but when we can't keep them, shame starts creeping in. And suddenly, we're stuck in this cycle of feeling like we are the ones who suck. Here's the thing. You don't suck. Now, the goals you set, yeah, those might suck. And that's what we're going to uncover today. How we can set realistic, achievable goals that we can actually start trusting ourselves to hit. We're going to break it down so you can stop living in that cycle of guilt and start taking small, manageable steps towards what you actually want. Let's get real and dive in. I want to tell you a story of a time I set one of those huge goals, unrealistic, and I thought I was going to just change everything. 75 hard. Now, some of you guys are freaking badasses and you have completed that. Shout out to you because you deserve recognition for completing that challenge. Now, for those of you who might not have heard of the 75 hard challenge, basically, you work out twice a day. You have to drink a gallon of water, and you have to follow this strict diet. You have to read 10 pages of a book. I mean, there's probably other things that I missed. It's pretty fucking intense. Right? First of all, what was I thinking? But I was like, I totally got this. 75 days, right? I am going to be in the best shape of my life, and I can do this. It's 75 days. Can any of you relate to that feeling? You're so excited to start something and you're thinking, I can do this. I am going to finish whatever challenge is in front of me and I'm going to feel so freaking good about it and I'm going to look fucking hot, right? So I dive in. I am feeling so pumped. And the first few days, I am crushing it. I have all this energy, motivation, like most of us do. I'm tackling my to-do list. I'm on fire. And then around the third week mark, reality hits. I'm exhausted. I've had a long day at work. I'm trying to keep up with the rest of just life. And one night, missed a workout. I feel like total crap. That one little slip up feels like the whole thing is just down the drain. So I quit, just like that. Then I just start spiraling. I tell myself, well, tomorrow will be better, right? Do you do that? So I make this plan. Tomorrow I'm going to wake up. I have a gym downstairs in my house. So tomorrow is going to be better. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go downstairs in my downstairs gym I'm going to hit the treadmill. After the treadmill, I'm going to do a strength workout, right? I mean, I have a plan. What do you think happens? Well, I don't wake up early. I hit that snooze for the umpteenth time, and boom, there goes that perfect plan. How do you think I feel? How do you feel in those moments? Can you relate to those feelings? Okay, I got this. I'm pulling myself up. I'm like, okay, the gym downstairs in my house didn't work, so I'm going to make another plan. I'm going to make myself go to the gym. If I go to the gym, this has got to work. Then I'm actually getting out of the house, right? So I'm going somewhere. This has got to work. Get everything ready the night before. Pack my bag. I get it by the door. This has to work. Yep. The next morning, that doesn't work either. So now I'm sitting there feeling like absolute garbage. What the hell is wrong with me? Why can't I follow through on the simplest goal? What's my problem? Like, it's only 75 days. It's only waking up early in the morning. In the grand scheme of things, 75 days isn't that hard. Like, what's my problem? So why the hell isn't anything working? Why am I setting all these goals, yet nothing is sticking? Does this sound familiar? Do you set goals and you're so excited about them and then you can't follow through? And yet all of these negative thoughts start creeping in and you think to yourself, man, I am just not enough. I suck. I can't even stick to the simplest goals that I set for myself. Something that's supposed to be good for me. Are you feeling like that right now? Like you suck? Like you're stuck in this cycle of setting these goals. You're failing. You're beating yourself up for it. It's a tough place to be in. And let me tell you, I've been there. It fucking sucks. But here's the thing. You don't suck. It's not you. And you are not the problem. It's the goals that are being set. They're unrealistic. They're too big. And they don't fit into your life right now. And that doesn't mean that you can't ever accomplish 75 hard. They just don't fit right now. And when you set yourself up for failure like that, it's easy to feel like you're the problem. But listen, you're not. Guys, let's break down and figure out how you can set some goals that actually work, realistic goals, ones that you can set and that you can start trusting yourself to follow through on. So first, just start small. If you're trying to hit the gym 5 times a week right off the bat, that's a huge jump. Now, some of you guys, you can do that. Others, start with 1 or 2 days a week, something more manageable. Small wins build momentum. And stop lying to yourself that this isn't a big enough goal. Going to the gym 1 day a week. Trust yourself that this is enough. Number 2, be specific. Instead of saying, I'm going to work out more, say, I'm going to do a 5-minute workout 2 times this week at 6 p.m. The more specific you are, the easier it is to make it happen. Listen, trust yourself that this is enough. Starting small. Build consistency. This is number 3. Focus on building habits before worrying about hitting that huge goal. It's the small, consistent steps that get you to the bigger picture. Think of it like layering bricks. You don't stress about the whole wall all at once. You have to start layering those habits. Trust yourself that this is enough. Start one small habit at a time. Number 4, be flexible. You guys, this is huge in goal setting. Life happens. So be flexible with yourself. If you miss a workout, it's gonna happen. Don't throw everything out the window. Just get back on track. It's about progress and not perfection. I know you've heard that a million times, but it is so freaking true. We're gonna fuck things up. That doesn't mean that you are the problem. Trust yourself that what you're doing is enough. Celebrate the small wins. And this is number 5. This is the last thing. And trust me when I say, when you hit that small goal, celebrating it feels so good. Whether it's finishing your workout or sticking to your goal for the week, acknowledge it, because those small wins are the building blocks for the bigger ones. And if you haven't heard this enough, you guys, trust yourself that what you're doing is enough. Okay? It's huge. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. You do not suck. Life sometimes throws us curveballs. And sometimes it's not us that's the problem. It's the goals we set. So let's take what we've learned today and readjust. Simple, right? That's the key. Just readjust. Because life isn't about getting everything perfect and right the first time. It's about constantly realigning, recalibrating, and being honest with ourselves about what works and what doesn't work. Remember too, what works for them might not work for you. So you gotta find what works for you and trust in yourself that what you choose is enough. So setting ourselves up for success doesn't mean setting the perfect goal. It means setting realistic, achievable goals that honor where you are in your life right now. And that's what life is all about. Being real with ourselves, even when it's uncomfortable, and even when it doesn't look as pretty as we want it to. When you can do that, you can stop beating yourself up and start taking small, consistent actions. That's when you are winning. It's not always going to be easy. Trust me when I say I know. Guys, I struggle too, but you are doing awesome. Always, always believe in yourself, even on the days when it feels tough. You've got this. Thank you so much for listening in episode 2 in the books and hanging out with me on the Be Real podcast. I am so excited to keep sharing this journey with you all. If something from today's episode hit home, do me a solid and share it with someone you care about. And if you haven't already, take a moment to rate and review this podcast. I'd love to hear from you. Here's something I want you to think about before the next episode. What's one small habit you're gonna start today that will move you one step closer to your goal? Also, what's a topic or a story you would love to hear on an upcoming episode? Your feedback is everything, and it helps keep the real talk going. Until next time, always be real.